Hey Griffin, it's Michael, and it's Wednesday, not Thursday. Um, yeah, I was really looking forward to making this video for you. Um, I know I've been struggling a lot recently with depression and just some social anxiety. Also, I have no idea how loud I'm talking, so if this is too quiet, I'm sorry. It wasn't that interesting anyway. Um, but this last Saturday, I actually hung out with the friend I told you about that I made through work, kind of. And then afterwards, I actually hung out with a couple of the people from my roller derby league. So it was a good social, interacting day for Michael. It was pretty cool. Um, it was really good for me. It was just overall a really good mental health day. I did a lot of processing. Yeah. But today is Wednesday, the 14th, when I'm making this, which also happens to be my sister's birthday. Um, as you know, I don't really have much of a relationship with my sister. We haven't talked in the last couple of years. It just so happened that this last Christmas, um, my mom actually helped me find her on Facebook. Apparently she got a Facebook very recently, so I added her, and I've been freaking out about what to say or how to start a conversation, because there's a lot of me for a long time that was resentful, and held some grudges. Um, but I really do think I'm past that part, and I'm just afraid that I would say something that was gonna scare her away and have her not want to continue to not want to talk to me and have me be a part of her life. And um, I was scared, so I kept putting it off. And I'm like, okay, worst case, I'll reach out to her on her birthday and say happy birthday, and then I miss you and love you, and just try to keep it as non-generic and like a meaningful message that, like, hey, you matter to me, but also like not get into things that, you know, turns her away and makes her not want to talk to me, because the last thing I want to do is scare her away. So tonight I typed up a message to her and sent it, and it's Facebook messengers didn't work, and I was like, that's weird. I've never had that happen, because I was also in the middle of a conversation with Liz too, so I'm like, my Facebook Messenger is working. So I went to find her on Facebook, and I can't find her page anymore, which means either she got rid of Facebook, which could have happened because she hasn't had it for long anyway, or she blocked me. And I'm afraid, I'm just scared it's the second one, and that it's intentional, and that she doesn't want me to be a part of her life actively. And it's one thing to, I guess, passively ignore someone and not reach out to them, and I guess another to actively reject them. So there's that. So I guess that's just what I'm afraid of right now. And if I had said something a couple weeks ago, I would have gotten to her. And maybe she wouldn't have replied, but, you know, she would have at least read it. And now I don't even have that. And yeah, I just want to have some sort of relationship with my sister. It was I mean, I could get into the fact that I think how I processed her moving away when I was younger is a lot of where I get my fears about rejection. Um, but I also, like, I don't want to blame her for anything either. Like, not no, oh, people are perfect, and, like, don't blame people, but, like, she was a kid. She was, 18 and doing what was best for her. In the same way that I think right now she's doing what's best for her. Like, whether she's right or wrong, I think if she's ignoring me, it's because she thinks she's doing what's best for her. And, I mean, I want to believe she's wrong, but I don't know that. She's seen life with me and life without me and said, this one's better. So, maybe she's got something going there. And I think what scares me, not scares me, but, I've talked to you about how, like, I haven't been able to connect with her or contact her. And, like, I, well, at least once a year, I'll reach out to family members and try to get an address or a phone number. And a couple times I've gotten some numbers and I've messaged them. And I never heard anything back, and I just assumed that they didn't go through or they weren't the right number, but maybe they were. They've been intentional. Yeah. And I've talked to you about how I'd love to go to the city and state that she lives in and just try to track her down, find out where she is, see if she's okay, tell her that I'm there for her, because we're family and I love her and I want to be a part of her life. But I've now seen a Facebook page of hers, and that I can see that she is okay and well enough. So there's some of that that's gone. So it's not so much a check-in as much as it's just wanting to build a relationship. But now now I'm sure it's active. I don't want to interact with you and not just a passive ignoring you. And so if I was to do that, how is that not stalking? If I was not to, get her information from somebody else and then go up, find her and show up unannounced, that's stalking. That is not okay. That's having someone say, I don't want you in my life, and going there anyway. And I think about how that's what I would love to do, but I'm not going to do. And I think about how is that much different than someone who stalks anybody, or a rapist. Let's say, what is a rapist at the end of the day? Someone who says, I have wants and I have needs, and someone else has wants and needs and they are not consenting. They're telling me no, and I'm saying my wants and needs are better. So how is this any different than that? If that's saying I'm going to take something from you, your sense of security, your safety, your body, how is that different than me saying, hey, you want to live on your own, you want to have your own life, you want to be better off without me, but I want to put myself in your life and show up unannounced? Like, how, like, that would be me putting myself first and putting... And I think that's my biggest fear, is that I'm some sort of... monster. Yeah, monster's the word I'm going to use, because monster's the word that comes to mind, and I'm afraid that that's what I am, and that's who I am, and that I'm a bad person deep down. And if she was closer, if she wasn't so far away, then maybe, I would drive and go see her, but, so I at least have, distance as a barrier to, I've always been afraid that I'm a bad person. And when you're a kid, and you feel like your best friend, the person who knows you better than anybody else, and someone who's older too, so it's not like it's, another 8-year-old, but, someone older who's lived life, and it's like, wow, I get you, kid. I know who you are, and I see you. And they say, wow, damn, like, my life would be way better in a life where like this kid wasn't involved. Like that's it's hard not to think about how other people's lives might be better. Because I mean, maybe is she possibly wrong? Sure, but maybe not. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know where to go with this. I just am not in a good place. Yeah, like I said, it's a fear that I'm worried I'm not a good person. I'm worried that I don't deserve to be loved and that people would be better off leaving me. Yeah, so um, I have a niece who I'm never gonna meet. I have a niece who I'll never know, who may never know I exist. Whose life I don't get to be a part of. And it's my own fault, because when she was first born, my sister said, hey, you should come visit us. And I was 19, maybe I was 20, but I was mad. I was mad at how rejected I felt by her and how much she unintentionally hurt me, and how I've scarred myself in response. And so I didn't want anything to do with her. It was like I don't want to see you, and I missed out. And and now I don't get to be a part of my niece's life, and that's my fault. And I could have. So, happy Valentine's Day, Griffin. I love you. And I don't want to end the video because I don't know what to do next. Try to make you a better video tomorrow.